And we've seen a few Shadow Demon games now, more so in the Eastern European region, where unless you've got an ability to actually get in onto the backlines and deal with the Shadow Demon, it can just... It's hard to say, right, as a position 5 or 4, but it can take over a game. You know, you can just completely nullify a lot of the initiation that you might have on the enemy team. So Execration, for mine, I feel like they really need to be going something that's going to provide them an additional level of vision, because, I mean, whoever's going to be playing the Shadow Demon, whether it be Zephyr or Whitemon, is going to be smart enough to not just show in the lane consistently and be the target of the Spirit Breaker charge.
What are some of those heroes that you want to see for those vision? Because I know you've said ones like the Beastmaster, right?
Beastmaster,
like
Nightstalker. It's weird, right? Because they've already got the Spirit Breaker, and they most likely want to be playing it on Kamizu. So, I mean, what are the other ones that we can really think of? I mean,
you could just slam a hero that runs in, so any spirit works in that way.
Alright.
Gonna go Rubik instead?
I think, like, spirits usually work really well with Grimstroke as well, because they ink swell you and you, like, jump in. So, like, Ember is probably one of the most favored ones, but you can do it for any of them, really. Spirit Breaker is usually the vision giver, though, right? Like, we've seen Spirit Breaker get paired with stuff like Disruptor for, like, Glimpse Factor, but...
Oh, this game.
Yeah, this game, I mean, this game we got Rubik. I like Rubik. I think, like, there's so many good steals this game. Mars kind of makes it a little bit hard because you can use the Bulwark.
Yep.
And
toggle it.
Yeah, if you toggle Bulwark after using Spirit, it's like pretty much instant, and it makes it like Rubik is like near impossible to steal Spirit. But you get most of these spells, and it helps you like clear waves really well, like especially Death Prophet, Crypt Swarm, Poison, so and so.
Yeah, absolutely. But for mine, it's still a big lack of damage on Execration. Like, you've got good ways to be able to pick people off. But beyond that, I mean, how are you going to quickly take out the Shadow Demon before the rest of the team converges on you? You can't completely rely on the Spirit Breaker to be able to do so. And, I mean, Death Prophet, another one of those heroes, kind of like the Mars as well, actually, that doesn't mind going into the Yule Scepter, which is a decent way to be able to counter out the Spirit Breaker. You know, stops the charge. If you're able to, particularly on the Death Prophet, get that slight reprieve to be able to get it off, it just means that you're living for an extra 2.5 seconds. Oftentimes, that just allows your Exorcism and the Spirit Siphons to really keep you fighting fit. And then, of course, you've got the PA during all of that time that you're having to deal with.
Yeah, they have really squishy heroes for PA to murder in fights. It seems really hard.
The Grim, the Rubik, they're going to have a bit of a rough time, for sure.
How well do you think the Wraith King stands up for this then? Because, you know, he obviously isn't that squishy side.
The nice thing they did in picking Rubik is give a hero, or have 2 supports with wave shove. So when Wraith King like leaves lane and goes to jungle, they have like supports that can keep holding the towers for a while. I think like he should be able to farm his items relatively well. Like if we're talking like Wraith King in matchups, like Shadow Demon is a hero that really benefits from getting like auras from carries like Luna and stuff. But Wraith King, he doesn't really buy Radiance anymore. He just goes the Armlet Deso. So it's not like that bad to give away illusions. It's not the worst. And he can kill and burst these heroes, live through arena like he has. You know, if they try and burst him with that, it doesn't work.
They got some good burst damage here with the Queen of Pain, though. I mean, it's something that they were seriously lacking. You've got the ability to quickly join in onto a team fight when a Spirit Breaker charge does work out. So I'm liking it. It's also, you know, if you're quick on your fingers, you can get out of the arena if you get caught in place. The one thing I really like about, T1's draft as well is that, sure, you might be able to kill a Wraith King once with the Arena Spear combination, but as long as you pop that Exorcism and you're right on top of him, you should be able to kill him a second time, kind of like how Monkey King is a good pick against the Wraith King. You know, you just kill him once, set up the Wukong's command ring, and then do the exact same thing again. I feel like Death Prophet pretty much accomplishes a similar sort of thing as long as you're not dying during that duration, but I feel like if a Wraith King is reincarnating, the only damage source is coming from your Quap, so as long as you're able to avoid that, you should be having a pretty decent time on this DP.
This is where I'm excited to see if T1 say, yeah, we'll just play the DP as a core, or Mars as a core, or whatever. Basically, is Death Prophet going as a 5, and we're taking Calm Mars mid, or are we seeing like a mid hero here? They could do a lot with T1's like flex. I would say.
I feel like it could be DP mid super easily, right?
Yeah, like it could be DP mid Mars offlane. It could be DP5 Mars mid Mars offlane.
All right, Carl gonna rely.
Right.
We're assuming it's Carl. We've seen Zephyr play the boss for Ember Spirit a couple of times, but it's gonna be White One Death Prophet that comes through. Carl just relying on his individual skill to be able to use the Sleight of Fist to dodge out a lot of those shadow strikes in the laning phase to make his life a little bit easier. But we do get to see a Carlo Rubik. That's always something that we're very excited about. I still think overall that T1 just have a lot. They have good ways to take team fights. They've got good tower push. They've got great late game. And the pickoff potential is pretty solid as well.
I'm inclined to agree. I think
Not sold, inclined though.
I'm inclined. Well, I do like Execration's lineup still. Like Wraith King is still a body to get through. I think Spirit Breaker has shown, like, as a core, he's so hard and annoying to deal with. They have some save from Zephyr, but like in a fight he should be able to just like go through. And
Just purge him.
I mean, but then you're purging him, and then you like Bob's going wild. Like I just wanna see a lot of impact from both mids. So hopefully we'll see the supports like converging on those lanes and like trying to make moves.
I am excited to see what this game number 1 in our last series of the day is going to bring, and your casters are GoDz and Xyclopz.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome everyone to DPC in Division 1 match T1 versus Execration with me, Cyclops and GoDz Xyclopz. Hey, I just want to ask you for so many years already, GoDz. Is that came from Godzilla?
No, sorry.
Oh, no, eh? Okay.
There's
I
not
thought
much more to it.
Oh, okay, that's how cool.
I like your shirt, by the way. I'm jealous. I need to get one of those made.
Oh, okay. Yeah, at least we have the C at the end of our name as well. Oh.
Yes.
Yeah. All right, okay. So this one is going to be a pretty cool match for sure. Means a lot to both sides. And especially for the Execration. Do you think they can bounce back from the poor performance streak, you say?
Definitely possible. T1 is a very tough opponent, and I'm curious to see what T1 shows up today, because for T1 it's been very good with the exception of when they lost to OB Neon. So T1 should be favorites here, but Execration, like you said, this is, big series for them. They're 2-2, so their record could go either way. They could end up, as good as 5-2, which maybe gets them, in the top 2, top 3, or they could go 2-5, which could mean they face potential elimination.
Yeah, it means so much to everyone. All of us thought that it's going to be quite a tough job for Team Execration that got a high chance that T1 is going to sweep this series 2-0.
Yep.
But I mean, if we thought about all the circumstance, I mean, Execration just have to really need to win this one to just make it tie like 3-4 ways and make it more interesting in the Division 1. But after we have seen that performance the previous match, I kind of worry about them, especially for the laning phase.
Yeah, their games against SMG were very quick. There was 23 minutes and 24 minutes. That was just a week ago. They played last Tuesday. So it was not a good kind of showing from Execration after a holiday break. And they played some tournaments during that holidays. They played some third-party events. So we'll see if things have, picked up or improved for them. It's a day where probably a lot of people tuning in to watch some Dota. There's been some sad Dota news with the major being canceled, unfortunately. But for these teams, you still got to show up and play. It doesn't matter, what's going on. There's still prize money to compete for. There's still DPC points, and both these teams going to be hungry for that win.
Yeah, definitely hungry. In my opinion, I think if Execration go for some aggressive gameplay, I think they got a chance. Do you know last year that they won one game against T1 in the DPC League? I remember that game they used Sand King, Elder Titan, and Slug combination to fight against the some usual lineup of Team T1, probably the base hero lineup of T1, and they won with a crazy Sand King overpower game. So in this one, well, if we take a look at the Execration lineup, I think it's kind of aggressive with the Queen of Pain roaming around, high mobility supports like the Battlefield. Yeah, if they peel a lot of pressure on T1, I think they might got a chance.
Yeah, the Wraith King, wants to maybe farm up some items, but the new build, you go Armlet, Deso usually. You can get online pretty fast and be useful to take Roshan, whereas PA takes a bit longer. You need to farm up Battle Fury, BKB usually before you start coming to fights. So I definitely think Execration can be the ones who are the aggressors. Grimstroke as a support, typically in the mid game, you want to use that Ink Swell. Put that on a hero like Spirit Breaker. He charges in with an Ink Swell. That's a scary Spirit Breaker.
That's true. That's true. What about the laning? The laning matchup. Do you like the which side do you prefer?
What are the cores? So it's gonna be support Death Prophet. I think T1's lanes look a little better. Quap should maybe have a very slight edge against the Ember in the mid lane. Both heroes should farm. But this Mars Shadow Demon against Wraith King and also having the Death Prophet support against a Spirit Breaker, I think T1 have slightly better lanes.
Yeah. All right. It seems like both sides is trying to secure the first rune of the game, and it's Carl getting gone on first. Nothing actually happened. It's a trade, 2 for 2, and everyone just spread out to the lanes. The laning phase is very important for Execration. They have a super aggro lineup. They have to make sure to keep that 20 Savage in place.
Yeah. Small correction, actually. T1 do actually get 3 bounty runes. 3 for 1. No, it's okay. But T1 lose their Observer Ward. That was a nice D ward from Execration, so we'll see how that goes. Nice start for the mid lane for Bob. Denies the range creep. This is the lane where I feel like, Ember, he's just going to be shoving out the lane with Flame Guard and then trying to farm some neutral camps. Put Bob under the tower, making it's a lot harder for Quap to get these last hits when you're competing with the tower.
But do you think, bottom lane, next thing we know, someone almost go down, it was a Rubik.
Yeah.
Rubik being picked in such a good game against all the big spell heroes like the, both the Divinity Purge and also the Arena of Blood. It's going to be quite hard for mods to just, land some easy arena in this game. A little bit lacking coming up from Cuckoo.
Yep. As we'll be right back underway. We'll see if there's going to be any follow-up aggression in this bottom lane. Death Prophet's a hero that really wants to get that level 3. Having the double Spirit Siphon's really nice. But you're also strong. Even level 1 Spirit Siphon and Crypt Swarm are really strong spells in lane.
Man, guys, that Spirit Siphon, amazing skills, I remember when it just changed into a Spirit Siphon. I never used it before, and then I tried it for the first time, and it feels like, oh man, I'm top of the Everest. This skill make me invincible. The first it touch the surfer, oh god, I slay everyone.
Yeah, this is not a spell that Death Prophet's always had, so it made your life in any lane, mid support, off lane, just so much better when you've got the sustained Spirit Siphon brings.
Talking about, look at that, it's still OP since like 1975. That was a long time ago, yeah.
I remember Windows 95.
Yeah. All right. Well, luckily in this one, not so lucky for Carl, dropping quite low. It is some usual thing to get pressured by a Queen of Pain playing as the Ember Spirit.
Yeah, Carl has his bottle coming out. He needs to get this bottom rune though, so there may be a bit of a race for bottom. If Bob wants to run there, he might be able to get there before Carl. And Carl. He's going to try bully Bob here.
Yeah, just trying to harass a little bit with the Flame Guard. But one thing that you mentioned in early game is the Observer Wards being destroyed on the T1 side. So it's going to be hard for T1 to spot any rune happening.
Yeah. So that's pretty bad. I'm surprised, Carl didn't try to get that bottom rune. I guess he just felt like he can go for maybe this 3-minute bounty rune. But yeah, this mid lane, a lot of aggression early on. Ember is even though. End of the day, like all this harass, it's not like he's heavily losing his lane. Bob is foregoing last hits to get harass out in lane.
Yeah. Man, the amount of pressure of the mid player it's too much. I can't handle, especially in this top league of the Southeast Asia Dota 2, where the mid player is so crucial. I mean, to win a game, at least you have to draw the lane against the opponent. You can't lose mid. Look at that. Carl.
Yeah, it's tough. And it's there's always pressure on the mid lanes to play your lane perfectly. It's tough, and a lane like an Ember versus Quap, there's so much kill potential. You can see here Bob getting so low.
Ooh, that
Carl's gonna steal the rune too.
Wow. I mean, I thought somebody is going to go down just now, but it was well calculated for both sides.
Yeah. Mid laners are good at baiting observers into thinking there's going to be a kill. And then as soon as you look away, there is a kill.
Well. Yeah. So, top, mid, or bottom? Where is going to happen first blood? Hard right.
I think bottom lane, but I don't feel confident about that.
Yeah. Mid lane also got some clue about.
Yeah, I think at 6 minutes a support is going to die in the rune fight. That would be my prediction. So the river, no lane. It's going to be somewhere in the river, because the supports are going to want to try and Ember and Quap both are going to want to get the 6-minute rune. So usually the supports will come and try help.
Okay. Is this game becoming a little bit more passive than we thought? And White Mon trying to do some harass with the Spirit Siphon against Kimisu. Poor 3. Baratham. Well, that's actually give 23 Savage having a good farm for a couple of creeps. Oh! And next thing we know, first blood happens on top, and it belongs to Zephyr Soju. Ooh, looking great. And now the fight happening at the bottom lane as well. T1 start to put a lot of pressures on Team Execration. They're moving forward. And here we go with the Crypt Swarm hit on 2. And Stifling Dagger finish off Carlo. Oh, I'm sorry, yeah.
Yeah, the kind of power spike these heroes hit like level 4. You get a couple points, 2 points in Spirit Siphon. I mentioned having the double Siphon and 2 points in Crypt Swarm. There's just a lot more kill potential. Same story at top lane, just Shadow Demon getting that 2nd point in Poison. You hit enough of those stacks and land a spear, the kill potential is there.
Yeah. And the camera is now... Oh, wait. Now
Sonic Wave.
Sonic Wave, and it was a dodge by Zephyr using the disruption. Ooh. Interesting.
Wow, that was cool from Bob. He actually walked home and TP'd back in just to make sure he needed to get the mana for the Sonic Wave. And Ember, even with Flame Guard up, that Sonic Wave burst through him, the pure damage.
Oh, okay. Yeah, got a kill over there. Bob. Now this is looking pretty okay for Team Execration. At least they can be sure that their mid laner can roam around soon. I mean, it's level 7 against the 5, so...
Yeah, Carl will hit level 6. That's solo, because the lane was actually starting to be won by Carl before that kill. Despite how he was constantly getting harassed by Quap, he was actually doing just fine. So really nice kill for Bob to get in terms of gold and experience. In terms of gold, though, it is still a pretty even matchup in this mid lane.
Yeah. Do you know that the Phantom Assassin played by 23 Savage? Oh wait, there's some action happening on top. Somebody gets laid down with the Mart, Spears of Mart. It's just not enough to kill him. Got some enough damage eventually by Zephyr. And then that's a kill at the bottom lane as well. Cuckoo finish off Nando. Oh no, it was a Korea. Mistake, yeah. Yeah, I was talking about the percentage of the Phantom Assassin when 23 Savage is playing it. It was 57.14 win rate, which is compared to the other carries that he played, PA has the lowest win rate compared to some other heroes like Morphling or Faceless Void. We'll see. He can do well this game in late game.
I mean, for T1 in Southeast Asia, they're a team that expects to win more than half their games. They're one of the top teams, so 57% win rate for them is quite bad.
Yes, first setting up Arena of Blood and try to aim for that Nando, but yeah, he's still level 5. Switching back to bottom lane, some heavy fight as well. Here we go with X12 finishing off one. Next one, oh, Sonic Wave from Bob. All right, looking pretty decent for Team Execration, fighting top and bottom, and seems to be good at the bottom with the 2 kills. support and support.
The problem for them is that they're getting these kills and making some good moves, but their lanes, they got really heavily out-farmed. Like, a 3k gold lead at 8 minutes in is a pretty big lead to have, and most of that just comes from, like, these side lanes went so poorly. The net worth on PA and Mars, they're both like 1,000 gold ahead of their enemy matchup. PA has 3.7k to the 2k of Spirit Breaker. That's just 1,800 gold difference in this bottom lane between the cores. Yeah.
And now you're gonna get charged in. It looks like they're trying to level up by keep on killing the Phantom Assassin. Might die in the tree line, but again, it's a 3v1 situation. That means the other lane is opening up for other cores to farm, especially on top. Cool, having such a great time.
Yeah, not just to farm, but to get these kills. Carl just dives to support Rubik, kills him in mid. Very important they kill the PA here. This early game is still going pretty badly for Execration, I'd say, but these PA kills are giving them some, some hope. That's what they've got to do. It's the PA who's going to get out of control if they don't kill her. So the fact that they kind of even things up down here a little bit is going to help them out a lot.
All right. Execration. When it's go to late game, I think Red King is not bad against the PA, but still, a PA have a little later. So they might have just grouping up, maybe doing some quick smoke, 3-man, and leaving 2 core farming, and the rest just go trying to catch in.
Yeah, they have Sonic Wave again soon.
Yeah.
We'd love to see them keep using Sonic Wave whenever it's up. They need to keep finding these kills. Kamizo, unfortunately, needs his level 6. It's 10 minutes in, he's still not level 6 on the Spirit Breaker. Only has 20 CS.
And now they're fighting in the river, jumping away. Bobs feels like we are not ready yet. The other team come too as well.
Yep. Did manage to take the rune though.
Oh yeah, and Kimizu now got a chance to farm up on the bottom lane. We don't see charge here and there that much. Might just trying to get some certain level and some core item first, and then start to bolt those people. Charge of darkness.
Yep.
And where is the Phantom Assassin?
Just farming around mid in the jungle. He can't really take mid unless the Ember wants to leave, and the Ember is going to smoke up. That was underneath a ward though, so they know this is coming. Bob Invis is just going to pop the smoke and blink away.
Oh, that's nice. What a play by Bob. I think
Execration are just happy to kind of avoid any fights for now.
Yeah. But the way that they just break the smoke are just, it's like an art. It's all about the positioning, especially when you are playing post 4, post 5, where you have to throw yourself in to break smoke from people. It's all about the anticipation,
Usually they often have to die to sometimes scatter these smokes, but luckily a hero like Quap can just blink away. Smoked up top, Execration want to get this kill.
Yep, started out with a red fire blast and then charging in is 4. They're gonna get what they want, but let's see. I mean, if they can take the top kill on tower, then it's worth it. A kill in the tower is always worth it.
Oh, absolutely. And this is, I think, a move they didn't expect, but there is going to be TPs to defend.
Ooh, Carl is moving into the slide of beats. And Telekinesis back in. They got the car as well, along with the Sonic Wave. Disruption is trying to save, but it was saving the supporters. So by attacking on 2 supporters running away together, I think Bob is going to run after them. They're gonna go, Seth's
nice
gonna get charged in, being revealed by the Charge of Darkness. Arena of Blood is coming out. Cuckoo back from the day, and now he's just killing one with the Spears of Mars. Next one gonna be Nando, but no problem. He's gonna come back. Hey, that's some problem because there's no more supporter left. 4-4 support not fine. Now he was pinned down to the small tree there. We were talking about that single tree in the river. Now I know why. It was there. It was supposed for the Mars player to pin somebody down to the river.
That's like the Ice Frog buff to Mars. Give an extra tree on the map. Oh, we put a tree in the river. It's a buff to Mars.
I mean, if you remove that tree out of the river, there might be no player playing the Mars at all.
Yep. It was a good move from Execration. They just got a little bit kill hungry, and Death Prophet silencing. Corp got Inksword and was about to blink in to finish off the 2 soul-binded heroes, but because of the silence, the Inksword was kind of wasted.
Yeah.
So just a bit too aggressive, but at the same time, getting the tower and then getting some decent kills there. I don't think Execration are going to mind the outcome there, although they would have, you know, liked to have maybe exited cleanly.
Yeah. Well, before this game starts, some interesting fact is Execration never win T1 in the last 8 matches since like 2020. Since like mid 2020. Yeah, it was
Rough.
I think the last time that they fight each other was the 4th August in the last year in BTS Pro Series in the best of 2 match, and then it was end with a tie. And that was the best result they get out of in T1. So statics-wise, it's kind of scary for Execration, but we are now in the game, and it seems like Execration is leveling up with them. They start a big fight. It's just going to charging, aim for the Carl. Disruption is going to buy some time a little bit. Can he just fire Remnant away? He's seen pretty tanky with all the flame gas and stop, and the supporter moves in. Oh, good save.
Yeah, very good save from Zephyr. Carl, they tried to leave the room for him. He gets charged through. I don't mind Execration going for that play, but unfortunately for them, Shadow Demon was in the right position to make that save, and unless they have some kind of stun for when he comes out, that was never going to be a kill, but they just didn't have the vision.
Man, 15 minutes in, 7-7 game score. What I worry right now is they seems to cannot stop the farm of the 23 Savage, no matter how hard Winterpain can just scan around. Yeah, warding game is very important.
Yeah, this Queen of Pain is doing well, but they need farm on the Wraith King. Also, a huge Ancient stack for T1. I don't know if that's been scouted by Execration or not, but once PA gets Battle Fury, her farm is just going to skyrocket.
Yeah. Battle Fury.
It's
one
coming.
One of my favorite items. Battle Fury. What's your favorite item in the game, Thoughts?
Meteor Hammer.
Meteor Hammer. Oh man, this is actually the first time I see someone answering the Meteor Hammer. Well, for me it used to be a Ring of Kapila, but it's already out. Oh, it's still there in that 34 item.
That's right. Yeah. Hey, my favorite item used to be Helm of the Dominator, but the item's been changed a lot. It's not what it used to be. But so yeah, now I'd say Meteor Hammer.
But isn't it hard to use?
Oh yeah, it's fun because you can be any hero can then farm the creeps with Meteor Hammer or push the towers. That's what I like about it. Is that you can get it on all these heroes where you like Faceless Void. You get you Chrono people and you Meteor Hammer. There's just lots of fun item builds you can do with the Meteor Hammer. Definitely not in serious Dota games, but as far as doing some fun clowny stuff, Meteor Hammer it's good value.
Yeah, that's true. Well, I am now looking at the items of players from both sides. The itemization would be very important, especially for Wraith King. Let's take a look. What's he planning to go? He want to go for a Blink Dagger first and then finish the Desolator instead of just going straight for the BKB.
Yeah, the Blink Dagger kind of suggests that they want to be able to fight right now. Like, they don't want to let PA farm BKB. Usually for Wraith King, you either go Deso then Blink or Blink then Deso, and then maybe the BKB later. But the Blink getting picked up earlier is usually like we're the early game team. Let's fight. And with, they have level 4 Inkswell. Grimstroke doesn't really scale that well as a support. Rubik, Spirit Breaker. Most of these heroes are pretty ready to fight. Maybe the Spirit Breaker wants to finish this Shadow Blade, but even without it, I think Execration don't want to just sit back and let PA farm.
All right. Playing aggressive against T1, it's quite risky as well, because if you take a look at the previous match of Team T1, you know that the opponent putting a lot of pressure on them by playing a super high-speed game, fighting left and right, and they reacted super fast. Very good one by T1. What I want to say is that 2 supporters got a very high game sense, and they are always there. Perfect time, perfect positioning. So Execration need to be careful about that. If you want to go in, you need to make sure that you've got the vision behind the tower or the over the area you want to dive.
Yeah, I totally agree. I think they need to make Zephyr's Shadow Demon more of a priority to kill first. That play at near the rune at the top river before, it goes T1's way just because of Zephyr with the disruption save. So they have to always be ready for it.
All right. Seems like some top lane got some action. They aim for Kimi2. Cloud also joined the team fight. Not a team fight, just some micro gank. 20 Savage finish off Kimi2. They want all these micro kills just to extend the time of farm of 23 Savage.
Yeah, that's exactly it. And like kills like that, it's like not like they're going to get a big objective right after usually. Maybe they're considering Roshan later on, but it just, yeah, it buys them time. PA doesn't want to fight in the team fight yet, so making these smaller micro plays is definitely the way to go about it. They do need to kind of address this bottom lane. Wraith King with the skeletons just slowly pushing it out. It's not really being defended, and this time around, Execration have some good vision. They see all these heroes in this bottom jungle, but at the same time, they haven't dewarded the Radiant ward. Radiant have this ward on this outpost, which sees everything.
Oh,
right between the two dire sentries.
They might use Cuckoo as a bait. All right, but luckily they cancel the charge, or it's going to be a big damage toward Team Execration. And they retreated. Back to the farm again. This is not looking good for Execration.
Yeah, that one T1 ward, like I don't want to harp on too much. I thought it was a cup 2 sentries. There's 4 sentries around it, and it's not being scouted. Like that's actually insane. Disruption mid.
Yeah, they start fighting with the Arena of Blood, and 5 kills make a streak ended by Cuckoo. They want to move for more. They get the support. Carlo down. No more Rubik. And they're gonna get the mid-T1 tower as well. This is the pros of having a Death Prophet as your support. You can just, and also the bomb lane. They slash off. Yeah, Wraith King flying over him. Everything. Oh my goodness, this is not good for Execration.
They have all the info. Like they know where heroes are on the map. Their vision is just superior right now. And because they know where heroes are on the map, they're able to make the right calls. Like, okay, this Ember can jump on the mid lane and kind of initiate because he sees, you know, there's only going to be 3 heroes mid, for example. So the Queen of Pain, once there's a disruption set up, they perfectly time the spear to follow it up. Easy kill. And then they're also able to catch Wraith King bottom. Execration just getting outmaneuvered on the map.
Oh my goodness. I mean, if you take a look at the mobilities of the heroes, Execration is supposed to be doing better maneuver because they have the high mobility heroes like a Queen of Pain or a Spirit Breaker that could potentially be anywhere in the map with the right teleportation. But seems like, as you said, they are a big disadvantage in terms of the area control. They might have to start thinking about killing and also getting towers at the same time, especially the mid-T1 tower. Kimi2 diving in and then cancel the charge.
Yeah, having the increased mobility and like, yeah, Execration have the better ganking and playmaking lineup right now, but every move they make is being scouted out, is being spotted, and T1 are using the info they get to bait people in, like mid lane. They also, you know, they don't have great ganking potential, but what they do, all they need is one disruption. Disruption sets up a Mars Arena, and that heroes that with mobility like Quap can still die to this.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
I kind of surprised that it was T1 in stage who just decided to attack on Team Execration with 3-man smoking leading by the Death Prophet.
They see all these heroes still. This ward, it still hasn't been addressed, despite there being 4 sentries around it. They're all out of range.
They're gonna get caught, and they start with Arena of Blood, waiting for the spot goes in. First life on Nando gone.
Oh, 1 second.
Actually, that's 1 life only, and charging with Sonic Wave dealing decent damage. Just not enough to kill anyone. Ember Split being pushed to the higher ground. Watching people fighting on the lower ground. 20 Savage on the front line with a double kill. Turn on the BKB for the first time and slash 1. It's 4 down for Team Execration, being destroyed in a matter of seconds.
Oh, that Wraith King 1 second away from reincarnation, maybe 1.5 when he died. He was so close to getting his ulti back up. I don't know if T1 timed it. That's one of those ones where maybe it was just done by feel. Sometimes players write down the exact timer in chat, like you know, a Tide uses Ravage, and you type it out so you can check the history and know exactly the exact second it comes up. definitely now part of luck, but even if they have to kill Wraith King twice, I think that fight still goes T1's way. It may not have been as convincingly their way, because again, they just had that vision. They had the ward on the outpost, undetected, and literally this entire game, Execration's going to watch the replay and be like, we lost the mid game because of this one ward. This one ward just is winning the game.
That's true. That's true. It's a pretty common spot of warding as well. I don't know why it survived for a long time.
Right on the outpost there, yeah.
Yeah.
It's expired now, so perhaps, you know, this is... the ward's gone. Finally.
Yeah. Finally. Execration. Nice seeing them destroying all the tier 1 towers and try to take control of the area. Using all the small skeletons to just push the lane and now charging in Kimizu. They aiming for the Child Demon. If they can get rid of Child Demon, it seems pretty good because that's no safer. But however, 2 cores stuck inside Arena of Blood. First one goes out the Queen of Pain, and now the next one is going to be the Red King. He come back for the second life, but he being surrounded by all the T1 players. Nando is not gonna run away, getting sucked in. And Nando is out. They lost Queen of Pain and lost Red King. They might get chased for more. Vincenzo, oh no! 1 hit only. That's scary. That's spooky. That is picture perfect play from Team T1. They're gonna charge in for more. White Mon. They see the target. They jump on the target and they kill the target. Carlo, is he gonna make it? Yes. To the upper ground.
Ooh. Vincenzo's like Houdini. Now you see me, now you don't.
Oh no.
Charge up top. This is... Carl? What's the play here?
Yeah, maybe 2-1. Maybe they got enough, but Carl, Fireman, slowly just running away.
Ooh, silence?
He will die anyway.
Okay.
That is what you sound like.
Nice kill, but it's still T1 who are getting really far ahead with how farmed their PA is. Savage almost has the Aghanim Scepter completed.
It's all about the warding, like you mentioned, man. I feel like the vision game of Team Execration is completely lost. They don't have the vision when they want it, but they do have the vision right now in front of the top tier 2 tower when they are so far away from that area. What they want to just invade right now is the right side of the map of Team T1. They are out control of that area, and it just gives a lot of space to Savage.
Yeah, they've used all that vision to just get this big gold lead now, knowing when to fight, up 18 kills 9, and when and where to farm.
Oh, crazy.
Yeah, PA1 of that DD. That would have been really nice for a potential Roshan, but good job by Bob to stay diligent with these runes.
Tracy Savage is trying to taste some strength, jumping on that.
Yep. So we'll see what T1's next move is going to be. They can kind of walk into the Roshan pit with Exorcism if they want. They may want to take a fight first, but I feel like they're strong enough that even if getting caught in the Roshan pit isn't so bad for them, because the team fight of Execration isn't the best. There's not really great synergy with the Soulbind. Like, it's okay with some of the spells like Telekinesis and stuff, but it's not like this, you know, Doom Grimstroke or something like that.
Yeah, I agree. I think the kind of lack of the AoE lockdown, unlike T1, it's even though the other side got a Rubik, but it's still pretty easy for Mars. Just drop the Arena of Blood.
There we go. This side. Okay, we can't get any. We can't find any kills with the smoke. We get a high ground ward. Let's just take Roshan. They know it's safe. They have Exorcism, and this will be enough.
Let's go. And yep, they got it. Savage is going to hold on the edges. First edges of the game.
Oh, Bob, keep linked in.
Oh no! Stuck in Arena of Blood. And then there goes Bob. Who could finish him off?
Oh, White Mon might catch more.
Yeah. Use Scepter, run, catch more target, and once you touch down, Vincenzo out. The damage output is just too big different. I think the level gap and the item gap are just too big.
Yeah.
Between two sides.
Yeah, the game started poorly with the Kimizu Spirit Breaker having a tough time in lane, and it's kind of continued with there with multiple Execration heroes having a tough time in the mid game. Wraith King has 5 deaths, so Nando's had it rough. Quap's done pretty well, but 7-3-1. Can't really complain about the performance from Bob, but it just feels like he's being asked to do too much.
20-9 game score. That's still a way to come back for Team Execration, but they need to go for like a 0 mistake. Maybe do some big smoke, catching 3 target off guard.
I think they need to go for the mistakes, but just on the other side. They're hoping that T1 makes some mistakes. That's their way back into this one, and Nando gets the blink away.
I mean, if we are listening to the interview before the game started, it feels like T1 coming into the series very determined. Yeah. Like they really want to win.
Oh yeah, they didn't take any opponent like it's going to be easy. Like you know, I think there was some I'd hint that you're the favorites here, T1. Like, but they were saying like very seriously like we respect every opponent.
Yeah, that's true. And another kill on 20 Savage, adding up to his score. 21 level. I mean, every single game is very important for T1. Even though they win this series, but if it is 2-1, then it's gonna be disadvantage to the other teams in the Division 1. But look at this one. Bob is jumping away from Arena. Oh my god, it's just like running from a tiger into a crocodile.
That's true. I'd be more afraid of the crocodile. Those things are scary.
Yeah, that's true. But I mean, crocodile cannot run fast on land. I mean, as long as we are not in the water, then we're fine.
Also, are we talking freshwater or saltwater crocodiles, Xyclopz? They're different beasts.
Oh, yeah. All right. Seems like there's another crocodiles around this triangle.
But as an Australian, we know our crocodiles.
Yeah, I agree. 22-9 game score. 13k ahead. It seems like T1 playing this game quite chill at the moment.
Yeah.
I know they didn't get the bottom and top tier 1 towers just yet, but they're fine. They just farm for maybe 5 or 10 minutes more, get even more fancy items on 23 Savage, and just finish one off.
Yeah, it's kind of nice. Oh, mid lane.
Oh, this is not looking good for Team Execration. I mean, if Nando goes down real fast and there's no support to it, I mean, if you lose the core right in front of your base, there's a high chance you're gonna get to the high ground. Look at that. Oh, jumping in, 20 Savage make every single bit out of that Aegis. He's gonna come back. He got 1 kill already. Next one is going to be Kimitsu. He used to be off lane. Now he's being offline.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, we'll see T1 now start going to the high ground. They've lost the Aegis, but PA held onto the BKB. So if there's a fight, they still have BKB to play around in. Without the Spirit Breaker charge, the initiation isn't really there.
Yeah. And it's still trying to defend the first knock at the Execration door from Team T1. That goes the first line, getting pinned to the wall. Man, that is the most tanky, most farm heroes of Team Execration. That's not looking good for me, man. 29 minutes in, they are about to lose the first set of racks. I still cannot figure it out how they're gonna come back in this one.
Yeah, this poor Wraith King hasn't found himself enough food. He's looking very skinny with how quickly he got brought down there.
Yeah. Oh, Prince Savage with all that Carlo.
Slicing him up, jumps in, gets a kill, jumps out. The Aghanim Scepter with the corner. He's looking at 22 times like, is there anyone else? Let's see what else we can find.
Oh my god. Well, fighting against Team T1, it's quite hard, man. I mean, when you have such a great hard carry player like that, it's like sending the message to the opponent that, hey, you have to win me fast or you're gonna get wrecked in late game. And I hate that kind of situations. I mean, I never played pro scene, but oh wait, on top, nothing much. Yeah, but by playing a ranked game, and when I see the other team just pick a super hard carry, like Spectre or Phantom Assassin, it's kind of put a lot of pressure on yourself that you just have to make it good in the early game, and that can force some unforced error from outside.
Oh, absolutely. There's there's those games where you know if it goes late game, you're probably gonna lose. And as a result, you're trying to make all these rotations, push all these towers, go for these aggressive moves, and that's where the mistakes can happen.
Yeah, rushing everything. Okay, Kimitsu gonna get caught again, but he's gonna be fine, I think. Oh no! He ran into a wall! No! Arena right in front! I thought he got away already!
Yeah, literally smashing his face against the wall.
Man, that's it.
Like,
that's a strong off mark. So easy to use the ultimate. Not so fast, not so long cooldown. I mean, not so long cooldown. It's perfect. It's a sweet spot of the cooldown time.
It's the most popular hero in the C DPC.
Yeah.
With good reason.
27 game score on the T1 side. They are about to just go up to the high ground. Do you think gonna go up right now, or just make it safe? Go back for the
yeah.
for one more time?
There's your answer. Exorcism was used. They will do just that. Ember was kind of playing around bottom lane, but had the remnant up top, so he's going to rejoin him with Exorcism. They want to force at least people to TP back to defend here.
Yeah. All right.
Here's the glyph.
Oh, charging in. Very nice one, Marathon. But hey, you have to be careful. But Mars under BKB for that bomb standing in front line. But Kimitsu cannot stand the damage of Trinity Savage. Only few slashes. Then it's all good. It's all good. Oh no.
Indeed for T1. Cuckoo's still fishing for more. He's got Arena back up now.
32 minutes in, they're about to get the second set. Brax, Execration just have to do what it takes to defend on this one, or the gap between two sides is gonna be too much until they lose the first game of the series. They have to just come out and defend.
Don't even get a chance to defend, unfortunately. They can fall back now, take Roshan if they want to be extra safe. But from what we've seen from 23 Savage, usually he's like, I'll fall back and then I want to go kill someone else.
All right. One interesting fact of Team T1 though, that the in the past couple of matches that they lost in the best of 3, that they lost 2-1, they always win the first game, and they lost in the second game. So, I mean, in case if they win the first game, I'm not sure they're gonna do some experimental draft in the second or not, but we'll see. I don't think so, because every single game means a lot to them.
And every series can affect the next one you play, whether it's your confidence or whatever. 23 Savage, he's just waiting for him on the high ground.
Ooh,
he just kills
waiting
both
on the
supports.
high ground. Oh my goodness, he just like the big warrior in a 3 kingdom, waiting on the high ground and then jumping down, charging down with the cavalry, killing everyone from Team Execration. Man, this is not looking good. 3 disappear real fast. The next one is going to be Nando, position 1. Oh, Scepter is going to buy some time for himself once he touches down and then he's out.
Yeah, Carl kind of baiting his team there, using that Yule Scepter. I guess trying not to make sure they cancel the blink, but they could just go for the killing blow now if they want to go for the high ground.
Yeah, you see 20 Savage jumping to the high ground and then surprisingly surprise the support of the situation. It's a hey, where my HP goes, man.
It was cool though, because like the Spirit Breaker charged past the PA, and the PA is like, I'm gonna ignore the Spirit Breaker because the other heroes have to follow the Spirit Breaker. So instead of trying to chase a charging cow, he's like, no, I'll let the supports come to me. Free kills.
Yeah. That fast reaction time from all the pro players always amazes me. Execration, I mean, in case if they lose the first game of the series, they got so many things to talk about during the team talk after this.
Yeah.
I think they, in my opinion, I think they have to play a bit faster, a bit more aggressive. Let's take a look at this one. This might be the last defense. Diving in for the Ember, Spirit easy. Keep on being cancelled. Bot back right away. Telekinesis in order to stop the attack. But where is the key damage dealer? Going in already for 23 Savage and lock the core heroes now in Arena of Blood. 20 Savage trying to chase all the backliner. Back to the fountain. And then there goes Nando. He's back with a full HP, full
second
mana.
time.
Yeah, no way. Can't on that. It's only Blade dealing decent damage as well, but hey.
Oh, the disruption save.
Not gonna run away from that. And then it's all
They're denying Savage. No! Oh, they saved, dude. Zephyr betrayed him. He saved him with the disruption, and then as soon as he comes out, he's like, attack him. Let's kill him. He's got the Shadow Strike on him. He wasn't going to die. He had like 200 health.
Yeah. Wow, man. It was the first game of the series.
Whew. Well, that was it started, you know, slower pace. That's like a PA game. PA wants to farm up, but as soon as PA got the BKB, it was like 5-5-5 T1 just slaughter Execration.
Yeah, that's true. There were so many spots, so many times that Team Execration can just come back in the game, but unfortunately they cannot grab that. That's some big fight in early game, like around 10 or 12 minutes, that they had actually, you know, make it better than that, but unfortunately they cannot grab that. So like I said, I think they got a lot to do during the team talk sessions after this, and hopefully we're gonna see the better game out of Team Execration in the second game of the series, as the series it's still not over yet. Yep, well, that is it for the first game, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for tuning in, but don't go anywhere. We still got a second game. Now back to the panel.